All right, so next I'll be demonstrating how to do a testosterone cypionate injection. So there's a couple of different types of syringes that patients may get. Typically, we prefer the 27 gauge half-inch syringe. They're insulin syringes. You can also get a 3 milliliter syringe with a 23 gauge drawing tip, and then they will come with a 27 gauge half-inch injection tip. So they just screw on and off, so they're interchangeable. And then some people may prefer the 5/16, which is a very small, short syringe for subcutaneous purposes. You can also do the 27 gauge for subcutaneous. You just may not have to puncture the skin all the way through with the syringe. But again, it's personal preference, whether you do intramuscular or subcutaneous. And then also just to recap as well, there are different injection sites for intramuscular injections. So you can always do a shoulder injection. So you have basically the side of the shoulder or the front of the shoulder. There's also the buttocks, usually the upper part, the meaty part that's on the outer side of the glute or buttocks is where you can do an injection there. Most of the time you don't have to worry about hitting the sciatic, but unless you're a lot closer to the midline of the glutes. And then some people do subcutaneous around the skin or stomach area. But different sites for different injections, more of a personal preference. So starting off with, pop the top off the testosterone. Always keep it sanitary. Okay, we use our standard 27 gauge half-inch syringe. So I'll be just drawing to 25 units. That'll equal to 50 milligrams of testosterone for 200 milligram per milliliter testosterone. Inject, fill it with air, and we're going to pull it out. Because it is an oil base, so it takes a little bit to fill up in the syringe. And you don't have to worry about any air bubbles or anything like that that may enter the syringe. You'll be able to push most of them out, and even if there is just a little bit of air, it's still okay. Air is not going to kill you because we do breathe it. Okay, now prepare for my injection. So I'll be showing a thigh injection. So usually just on the outside of the thigh. There's usually a little bit less nerves on the outside as opposed to inside. All right. And then whenever I do an injection, I always like to pull the skin a little bit, because as the skin cells roll over, once you let go, when you pull the syringe out, then the skin cells roll back over and it kind of closes a little hole. So less likely to have anything come back out. Press the needle against the skin, push all the way in, and slowly inject. Keep it there for a couple seconds, let it slowly absorb, and pull out, and easy. And I always like to finish off with a little alcohol on the injection site, just in case. And then you're good to go.